So I smoked this CBD the other day and was the happiest experience I've ever had. I mean, ever had. The most joyous experience ever. So it got me thinking, um, hmm, about drug addicts because they take the drugs to get a high, to feel good, right? But since I smoked that CBD, and that was the best feeling I've ever had in my life, but I had no desire to go back and smoke it again. I have no desire, but that's the best feeling I've ever had. So I'm trying to figure out with the drug addicts, they get this high feeling from the drug and then they have to go back. So I know one part of it is the chemical addiction. But do you get it? Well, okay, so you may not get addicted from the first try. I don't know. But I guess because it feels so good, they go back and do it. But still, my experience, I felt the best I've ever felt. But I had no desire to go back and do it the next day, again that night, or the following day. So I'm asking myself, is it just the chemical addiction that it is? I think it's more to it than that. I think, yes, the chemical addiction, I don't know how quickly or easily it is to get, I don't know if you get addicted to, crack cocaine or whatever after taking it once, or heroin after taking it. I don't know. I don't do drugs like that. Um, but if that's the case, then I understand that. But if that's not the case, what I'm looking at is like, okay, so that is one reason why people go back. They develop an addiction. But the other reason I was trying to figure out, okay, so but if that was the greatest joy for me, why didn't I want to go back and experience it again, right? And I came up with the idea that, well, two things. I think people go and reach out for drugs to make them feel good, like repeatedly, for one, two, or both reasons. One, they have a lot of pain they are trying to cover up or die down so they don't feel it so much. And two, they have a very empty feeling inside of them. I know where pain can come from. Pain just comes from life. Living can come from your childhood. Could come from the way your mama treated you. Could come from your experiences. So I know how pain can get in the body and in the mind, and how you have to struggle through that. I understand that. But what about the emptiness? Well, the emptiness comes from a lack of love, a lack of knowing how to love yourself, perhaps a lack of not being truly loved by your parents while you were brought up. So that's the emptiness there. And sometimes people, try to feel that emptiness, with the feelings from the drug, but it doesn't last and you got to go back. So I think for me, fortunately, I have had pain, but I have dealt with it. I have journaled about it. I have talked about it with others, with therapists. I have dealt with the pain, had the whatever experiences caused me pain. I've dealt with it head on, and have found a resolution within myself where it no longer causes me pain. And then, and I'm saying this because I was trying to figure out, why didn't I rush back and want to, have that experience again? It's the best experience of my life. But I'm not trying to rush back and have it because I have enough feel good, let me put it that way, inside of me naturally. In other words, I've dealt with the pain, so I'm not sitting with pain, okay? And I have love. I love myself. So I'm not empty either. I have learned how to love myself. And I have also been loved. As a growing up as a child now, my mother was a drug addict and a prostitute. So I did not receive the love from my mother that I needed. it was from my great-grandmother that I received some love from her. So I got an example, or I had some experience with what love is. I wasn't completely devoid of it. But the rest, I had to choose to love myself, because I couldn't go back and become a child and have a mom again and have her love me correctly, or have another person love me like a mother should, because I'm an adult now. So I had to go back and learn how to love myself. So I think when we take care of the emptiness, make sure we have some love in us, that we have love for ourselves, and also surround ourselves with people who love us. And I think if an issue is emptiness, one of the best ways to do it, at least I read about or saw, these, especially like with these drug treatment facilities where people go and stay, if you could get in one where the people will love on you, they will love on you until you learn to love on yourself. I think that's a critical part. And then that helps take away that emptiness you have inside of you. Excuse me, I'm trying to hold back my burp. And then, and also, so, you feel love, and that helps heal a lot of the pain. But you talk about it. So, yeah, I think that's why I didn't go back and be like, "Ooh, that felt so good. Yeah, it did feel great." But I'm not trying to get back to it, and have that experience again, because I have enough feel good already naturally in myself, because I don't have that pain body like that. And I do have some love for myself. And I have experienced love from others. So I don't need something outside of me to give me something to help me through the day. But there are a lot of people out there who do need that, drug addicts. Like I said, my mom was a drug addict. So I'm just, but yeah, that's what I've come to, unhealed wounds, pain, and emptiness. I think those are the reasons people continue to use drugs, because they're going back and they're trying to get rid of that and to fill that void. But it'll never work. Go get some help. Go to a drug treatment facility. Check in, stay there. Make sure they're around people who will love on you, and people that you can talk to about your painful experiences from your childhood onward. Get it out of your system. Don't hold it in. Talk about it. God bless you.